welcome back to my channel. Today I have a 2024 collections video. Back in August, I believe, I made a collections video for all of my collections up until that point. So from March of 2021 when I first started to August of 2024, and I kind of explained in a lot of detail what had happened with a few of my collections. I won't go too into detail again. However, I do know that I have new subscribers that were not here during that time, and this is technically the most up-to-date version of my collections. So a bit of backstory. My name is Jennifer. I'm from Canada. I have a 21 binder collection to show you today. I first started collecting back in March of 2021, and I started listening to K-pop back in 2014. XOM was basically my first group, or EXO Overdose was my first song that got me into K-pop, and it just kind of went all out from there. So I'm gonna start with my graveyard binder. This is a binder I refer to for collections that I'm not too sure if I want to let go or not. Like, I'm not sure what I want to do with some of them, and I do want to keep them, or they're completed collections to me, which I also decided that they were complete to what I want. So this is said binder. So the first group we have is IZ*ONE. I was a producer in Producer 48. I did watch the series. Unfortunately, my one pick was Yoonjin, and she did not make it. However, she did make it in Lesserafim afterwards, which I'm so happy about that. However, my bias in IZ*ONE is Nako, and then followed by Sakura and Chaewon. So this is the first Color Is album, and it just goes from there. Some of these, this is Heart Is, and they're all different. They're all from like different backs, and that's because even though I started collecting them when they were still a group, they were still pretty difficult to find. So I did do that. And then some Blue Miz. This is the One Rick Diary, and then the One Reeler album. And then this is, I used to collect Hitomi until I dropped her, but I used to collect 4 members in IZ*ONE before, and this is when ktown would give a full set, no matter how many albums you purchased. So that's that. For Golden Child, they are a disbanded group now. Thanks for nothing, Mulam. So I used to collect G-Bum. They were very difficult to collect for. The trading game is pretty non-existent, and the PC game in general, just in their albums, is a joke. So I just stopped collecting it just because it was so difficult. So yeah. I don't want to get rid of this collection though, so I'm just keeping it in here. And this is a page for POVs. I didn't collect the Feel Me era. I had already dropped before. But again, song is amazing. All of the title tracks slap. Wannabe and Feel You, probably my favorite title tracks, I think. I will say that for now. I used to collect Johnny of 127. However, starting from Two Baddies, I stopped. So I did collect Kino cards and Korean album cards for Johnny. So, and then that's it. Omega X, I watched from pre-debut. My bias is Hangyum. I collect them in a slightly strange way. I just collected Hangyum and Jaehyun, which were my 2 biases, and then Taeyong was also biased. However, so these are the album PCs, these are POBs. In the What's Going On album, Hui Chan looked like this, so I stopped collecting Taedong for this era and I kept Hangyum and Jaehyun, and then I went back to Taedong afterwards. So it's just, I don't know. And then these are just some POBs. And POBs. Itzy, I used to collect Leah, and I stopped at the Cheshire album. It didn't really give me like happiness anymore, so I just kind of stopped. EXO, used to collect Chen. Chen was my first alt in K-pop in general, so I do have a little collection for him, and he's the one I struggle with the most whether to keep or let go of. So I keep all of his cards, everything that I have for him so far, and because I do have just a lot more high priority collections in my mind, I don't think I'm going to repick him back up, but yeah, this is what I have for him basically. Oh, sorry, this is CBX page. And then this Obsession is kind of where I trickled off. And then I had Dear My Dear, April and the Flower, his solos, the Japanese albums, and just random cards. And then for this section, I did collect 3 members of Kepler, basically only for their first album. And then afterwards, I only collected Mashiro, and then I stopped collecting them, and then re-picked back up Chaeyeon, which Chaeyeon was my bias, so yeah. And that's it. So that's it for my graveyard binder. Okay, so this is my miscellaneous binder. This houses PCs that I just bought an album and I pulled a PC, or a collection that I did drop and I just kept the PCs I wanted. So for ATs, I used to collect Hongjoong and Woohyun, but I just stopped collecting ATs. I stopped collecting for Blackpink, but I kept her POBs because they were the only selfies we got. I was gifted these 2 Twice cards. I'm just a casual listener of Twice. Some of the larger inclusions. Card I don't collect, but I do, if I do buy an album, I'll just keep their PC. And then this is more random. This is my Unsung PC from X1, where I bought the Flash version, I want to say. This Lino, I pulled it and I refused to get rid of it. This Geo POB is damaged a little bit, so I'm not gonna sell it. This Yeonjun PC is also damaged, so I kept it. Same with this Yuhyun from Dreamcatcher POB. These are the 3 cards I collected from my Hitomi collection, and this is a Chaeyeon I bought off of somebody, and I just kept it. One of my Chaeyons, I don't know. Busoksoon, I bought their first album, and whatever I pulled, I kept. This Yeonjun, I just got in when I pulled him like 4 times, so I just kept one. This is one of the Mashiros I kept from my collection. This is Little Ace Corner when I got their Siren album. This is for the one before that though. Not Mad Squad, the one after that. I can't remember what it is anymore. But I do have a small collection here. And then Sibu from Blanky, who was also in Starlight Boys. And he was good. He wasn't popular, unfortunately. So there was that. And then the Blanky disbanded after controversy. So this is Bad Villain. I have Yoonso and Huey. I just bought their first album, and whoever I pulled. For Everglow, I pulled these 2 POBs from my Ktown order, and so I kept them. For Anthony, I just collected the first album, and for Jungkook, I also just collected select PCs from that album. I have one Keta and one Yunso PLB from Ktown. Again, they're just so cute. I couldn't let them go. And then I traded for this gal. And then I just have some larger inclusions here. And if I got like Polaroids of groups, members of the groups that I like, I'll put them in here. So yeah. So this time, instead of doing it from A4 to A5, I've decided to put them in sets from smaller collections to larger collections. I've also decided that like regardless of if they have A4 or A5 binders, the more binders they have, the farther back they will be listed below so you can jump around. I do know I don't collect too many like really popular groups and stuff, so feel free to jump around. So yeah. Next I have my smaller collections. They are unfinished collections, or like the groups are still promoting, but if they will have another release is on their company. However, I did pick up a new group and I am gonna revamp this whole binder. I'm really excited to do so. I'm probably gonna do it within the next few videos. I did buy a binder. I have an idea. I'm really excited about it. So this is just my smaller collections binder. I did pick up Rui from xlov. At the time I'm filming this, their debut I'm a Beat dropped, and when I say cunty music, it's I'm a Beat. It's so good. I love it so much. All the members are so like, anyway, it's just phenomenal. And then next I have my 9.i collection. My bias is Eden, my second bias is Van, so these are up until Neverland. And 9.i's music just hits all the time. Like, they never miss. But they haven't had a physical release in a while, so yeah. And then lightsum, my Cube girlies. I don't know, Cube just doesn't know how to handle groups at all, so what they're gonna do with Polarix is beyond wild to me. But I did collect, or I still do collect, Juhyun is my bias, Nayeon is my second bias. Nayeon was in Produce 48, that's how I know her from. And yeah, that's who and then I just do 1-1, and it goes very nicely for a 4-pocket page. And then I have a little section for POBs for Juhyun. And then an even smaller section for Nahyun. She is a more expensive member. But like I said, this binder is going to get revamped soon, and I'm really excited about that. This is my Lesserafim and Kiss of Life binder. So I have Yoonjin, who again was my one pick, but at the time we weren't allowed to vote. International fans never got a say, so, and it was rigged, but you know, beyond that. So I'm very happy she debuted, and I'm more than happy to collect her. So this has been an ongoing project for me. You've seen it on the channel. If you're not new here, if you are, welcome. And we just have some POBs that are from like Ktown when I used to buy the album, and then I picked up the whole set, so I got OT4, well, OT5, plus I just kept these cards in here. And then I decided for Crazy, I decided not to get the compact version anymore. I just decided that the cards are too difficult, and for what they look like the format of the cards, they're not worth it. So I'm not even gonna try. I consider this complete for now, and we'll just wait for the next comeback for the rest. And then these are just 2 POBs that I absolutely needed, and so we bought them. And then we move on to Kiss of Life, Julie. This is my most recent pickup, so I do have a lot of missing spaces, but very happy to collect her, very satisfied with the progression of this collection, the progression of this collection, sure. And again, waiting for trades and stuff in the mail. I still have yet to get anything like trade related in the mail if you use like normal USPS to Canada Post or whatever, because I don't know what they're waiting for, to be honest, but whatever. Their newer album, their jewel case. So yeah. It's another one of my smaller collections. And then I have my Tempest collection. It is a complete collection. This is a graveyard binder. I did collect Hwarang and Hyuk. Hwarang is my main bias, and as he is no longer in Tempest, I will support them, listen to their music. However, I'm not gonna collect them anymore. So this is my collection as of right now, and I'm very happy with it. So we're just gonna keep it like this. And then on the other side, I have Hyuk, who's my second bias. And then back here, I have their digipack versions for the first album, all of Hwarang's units in the first album, some PLBs from the first album. I also have Hanbin and Lu, and some PLBs for both of them, and their season's greetings. And that's it for my Tempest binder. Okay. My largest A5 collection is my evnne collection, and I collect Sanghan. So these are the album PCs for Target Me. This is for The Unseen, and this is for Ride or Die. Ride or Die, and this starts the POVs. This is his CGV card though from Boys Planet, and this starts the Unseen POBs. And these are Ride or Die POBs. I do have a Sanghan wish list for his POBs and stuff, the ones that I want to collect, so I'm still going to be adding to this in the new year. Also, it's been a while since their last comeback, so I'm expecting something soon. And then these are merch cards. Merch. And then I have his larger inclusions. And that's it for right now. Next is my boy groups binder. So I have quite a few groups in here. First is Tomorrow by Together, and I collect Subin. And I pretty much limited to only his Korean album cards. And then sometimes if I get his clear card from Ktown for You or something, then I'll keep it. But otherwise, I don't really go looking out of my way for his POBs. larger inclusions. Wayv, I collect Yang Yang. I collected the Kino cards and his Korean album cards. And I also collected some POBs and stuff for him as well. Some extra cards, merch cards, season's greetings. Yeah. And then his larger inclusions that were part of this season's greetings. And then I collect NCT Dream, I collect Jaemin, and I do have all of his Korean album cards. And then I also have some POB and merch cards. Like just like this much. And that's it for now. Stray Kids, I collect Han, and I collect all of his Korean album cards and sometimes a POB here and there. I got their Nemo version, but for some reason Ktown is taking a really long time. So it says it's like ready to ship, but it's been ready to ship for like a few weeks now, so still waiting. Some larger inclusions. And then for oneus, they're actually having a comeback, which is very exciting. I collect Suno. So I collect all his Korean album cards and some POBs and merch cards. So these are all album. And then this is POBs, and I think these two are Japanese cards, but it came in like a set, because or else I wouldn't go like out of my way to look for them. And Boynextdoor is the last group in here. I collect Jaehyun. And I think only this one is a Ktown for You POB, and then this one I don't know, but I think it's just from a Japanese store. I'm not 100% sure. So I think I have one of these versions coming, and I'm missing one more card, and then I'll be done until the next comeback, which they actually released their I Love You song, and it's so cute. I don't think it's like an album with it, but it's there, and it's so cute. It's so good. I like it. And then some larger inclusions for Jaehyun, and that is complete for my miscellaneous boy group binder. So here we have my miscellaneous girl groups binder, and I have 3 groups in here. I have Dreamcatcher, who I collect Sua, one of my favorite girl groups out there. So these are their... So if you don't collect for Dreamcatcher, you wouldn't know this, but I believe the first like 8 of their albums are out of print when they were in Happy Face Entertainment, I believe. All of those albums are out of print. They did release their first 2, or re-release their first 2. So I do have those 2 Suas on the way in trades. However, for the rest, they are pretty expensive cards. I think I'm missing 3 or 4 cards that like are part of the older collections, but I'm pretty caught up with her. I find that it's been a little bit more difficult now to collect for Dreamcatcher, which makes me really, really sad. I used to have a lot of Dreamcatcher trading mutuals, and I feel like I no longer see them on my TL, so it's unfortunate. But I try what I can, because like I absolutely love Dreamcatcher. I loved them since January 13th, which was a Friday back in 2017. So like, please, I've been on their side for such a long time that like I can't bear to ever drop this collection. So this is just a random page I have for some of the cards I cannot get rid of, so I didn't. So they have 2 Handongs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Gahyuns, and a Xian. I used to collect Xian. My Dreamcatcher collection changed so much. It used to be which is here actually. I used to collect Shion, Sua, and Yuhyun, and then I changed to Jiu, Sua, and Yuhyun. But Jiu and Yuhyun are expensive members. Actually, like the whole group is pretty like expensive, but they're one of the more popular members, so I downsized it completely. But since I completely finished all 3 of them for summer holiday, I decided to keep my top 3 for this. But like, is it really a top 3 if like it's a top 7? So anyways, so even their limited cards, I have them all complete. This is they had like photo books. So there's Mysterious Mansion and Dreamcatcher Mind. So I got both versions of them. So they came with like a whole bunch of photo card sets. So I kept all the ones that are GU in here. I do have another binder that has all the rest, but I'm not going to show it just because it's not something that I'll ever like add to or anything. It's just there. So this card is so hard to find. The Apocalypse Follow Us. I can't find it. So, and then even for their newest version, I'm having such a hard time finding her cards. That's very sad. And I do have Merry Christmas, Sweet Love. I have a few polka albums on the way. So my Sua luck is pretty terrible actually, but I also did join a Go, so I might have my luck there as well. But at least it's only like a polka version that they released, since it's like a single, so I like that. And then this is just a page of POBs or special cards, merch cards, concert cards. I love Sua so much. So I've actually been to a Dreamcatcher concert. They came to Montreal and I was so happy I went. Like, will not regret, 100% will go again. For G-Idol, I collect Yuki. And for the first few albums, I only collected a select few cards and called it a day. And then this is I Love. Again, missing the infamous I Love jewel case version. I completed I Feel. And then these are the Heat cards, 1, 2, and the Digipack. This is the 2 album, 2 polka cards, her solo, Yuki. And then for I Sway, I have all the album cards. I'm missing the special cards, but I know they're going to be a bitch to get because like it's one of 3 and they're a little bit more expensive albums. So, and the polka, I only bought 1 version for the polka, and I got Yuki, but I'm still missing a whole bunch. So I might just either buy the polka album on like Mercari or something, or I'll just find, like, for some reason I'm having a hard time finding these PCs for like a normal price. So, and then these are some POBs that I've gotten. And in Kepler, I collect Chaehyun. So to be honest, like literally none of my top from the show from Girls Planet actually made the lineup. So, but out of all the girls, I did root for Chaehyun on finale day as well. So I did, like, she is my bias out of all of the girlies. Same with like Mashiro, but my actual top pick didn't make it. So I'm still missing a few cards here and there, but I'm okay with moving slowly for this collection. I'll get them when I do. And then this is their most recent comeback. And yeah, that's it so far. Next, we move on to my treasure collection. I collect 3 members. I collect June, Yoshi, and Doyoung. I think I'm only missing like 2 cards, maybe 1 from this collection. So I'm happy with that. These are their older cards. So all their first press cards. These are all like Ktown POBs. Just this one here, it's very expensive right now. I don't know why, but it is. So I'm not buying this one right now, but the rest of them I have them. And then these are just random cards I got. I'm not 100% sure where they come from. These are Ktown POBs. And then this starts the second chapter. Still missing June's kit version. I can't find that one anywhere. Surprising, it's like, oh, I have a cat hair in here. Whatever. It's Do-young's PC that I'm missing. He's like usually the easiest member to collect. And then these are just a whole bunch of like POBs. I don't remember where they all come from. This is the OT12 set I got from Ktown. And it came with 2 sets. And then again, some POBs? Yeah. So POBs, extra cards, and random cards. Yeah, that's it for treasure. Next, I have my Uptension binder. Some backstory of Uptension. And before I start, their first albums only consisted of circle cards, which some of them are in the back, but I did not collect those. Secondly, after Produce X 101, Uptension came back with 8 members instead of 10 because Woosuk was in X1 and they had already prepared the comeback anyways during the finale-ish period, so Jinhyuk wasn't part of Your Gravity. And then Jihu got like bullied basically into leaving the group by some of his fans, so he left without really our knowledge. So the rest is going to be OT7 until they disbanded after Codename Arrow album. So yeah, it's a little bit, I guess this is what happens with like groups that aren't very popular, and it just sucks. After that, yeah, so Jinhyuk wasn't allowed to go back into Uptension because he had a lot of fans that like refused to acknowledge him as a group member, so it was just a whole mess, and Top Media made it worse. So yeah, and I miss Uptension's comebacks. I miss their songs. I miss, like, when I go back and listen to like all their title tracks and stuff, I feel so happy. So this is one of my high priority collections to complete, but I know that it's not easy. I went back recently on Yokyo to try to find some of their newer ones, but I couldn't find them. This card doesn't exist in the whole Honey 10 lore, or whatever you want to call it. Like, it doesn't exist, not even on templates. Like, our fandom is too small. Like, this card hasn't been pulled yet. And they have fan signs, like, so it's wild. Same with this Kogyo, I've never seen him. And then I have Bito, Sunyo, Gyujin, Hwani, who was famously on Boyz Planet, and Shao, or Dongyo, who was also on Boyz Planet. And then I have OT POBs just sprinkled in. These are, they made a kit version for the first time, but so I bought it, I pulled Kogyo, and then I bought Gyujin, but like the trading game is non-existent for Honey 10s, so I didn't. If I buy another one, my odds of pulling a dupe are 2 of 7. So I don't know, I'm just kind of unsure. And then we move on to Novella.
And then this is their last comeback. And I'm still searching for their PCs. And these are some of the units that they have. And some random cards or duplicate cards that I just kept, or like they aren't part of sets. So I kept them, or whatever I got from like ktown. And then this is Dongyeol's solo Howl that came out. So OT10 of tension. This is, like I said, when they used to do their circle cards. Their circle cards are too big, so they don't fit into the other pages. This one is drawn on. This is it also drawn on. I think that's it. But I don't really collect these. And they're also not sleeved because they don't fit. And then some of the larger inclusions. I miss them so much. They're quite active on Instagram and stuff, but like I miss their music. Okay, this is the last binder before we get into the groups with multiple binders. So this is my 17 binder. It is a staple on this channel. It's seen almost every single storing photocards video. I do have a plan for this binder. I actually got a new binder for, I'm going to be splitting this up just a bit. For their next comeback, I will bring them to a new binder, but I'm also separating, because I'm going to be finishing this binder, I'm also going to be separating June and putting him into his own binder. So that being said, right now I just kept it as is for the video. I'm not going to do anything too drastic. So we're just flipping through. So for 17, I stand them since debut. June has always been my bias, hasn't changed since Project 17. And Joshua and Wonu have been tied for number 2 for the longest time. So these are just my top. So I believe in these ones, I pulled these 2. These were my first 17 albums. I bought the AL ones, all the versions, before I was even collecting photo cards. I was just collecting the albums. Teenage, same thing. I didn't pull any of my biases, but I did buy all the albums when they first came out. Director's Cut. I think my favorite album is You Make My Dawn album. This album here is my favorite. And then an ode. Much easier to collect than Face the Sun, by the way. And then for Hengare, which starts here, that's when I started buying the albums and collecting their cards. And then this is Hitori Janai, and I collected June, obviously. Junghan is a member, so if you see for semicolon, I collected Junghan. He was the 4th member I collected, but I did drop him because he was like my 4th bias, and I liked how they looked as 3, except for this. This is nice how this is, but because of that, I think I liked his cards the most out of like Joshua and Wonu, so I collected Junghan and June instead of like June and Joshua or June and Wonu. But if I did collect June and Joshua or June and Wonu, I would be compelled to collect the other one, and I'm not doing so. I collected June and Junghan instead, and I feel better about it. Your choice. Ataka. This is just a page of cards that I pulled that I didn't want to part with. I really liked them, so I just kept like a 7 spread of some of the other members. And then the bane of my entire existence, which is the Faceless in collection. I'm almost done, guys. I have 1 card left. So Ray version Wanu has been acquired, and now we're just waiting on the Pioneer version Wanu, which is this one here. The carrot versions, Weavers, first time they did Weavers, and Sector 17, FML, Weavers, 17th Heaven. I love these cards. These cards are very fun. 17 is right here. I'm still missing this 1 card. And then I started doing the card versions like this. So it'll be June, Joshua, and then Wanu in the middle. So this is their newest comeback. Don't have anything at the moment. Again, their card version. This is like my little my little June section. So here I have all of his kit cards. I'm missing 3 of them. This one here I never found, but these ones here are a little bit too expensive, so I'm waiting for that. These are the POBs that came with, is it Hengare? It was Hengare. So like same thing with Eyes One. If you bought even just 1 copy, you got like the whole set. So I got all 13. So this is Boyz B, and then this starts the membership cards. And then I have the ninth membership on the way. Season's Greetings. I didn't get their newest one. I don't have him claimed or anything, and I'm still missing one with the cat. Performance Team A1 card. I bought it. It's a little old looking because it's an old album, but I think I got it on Yokyo, and they are my favorite team in 17, so that's why it's here. And obviously June is in the performance team, so, and some just cards. And that's it for right now for 17. So now we're going to be starting on my larger collections, and we're going to start with the boys. So I do have this small Kevin binder. So this is where I keep my Kevin collection. I also do have 2 Jacobs because, and you'll see later, I did collect more than just Kevin, but for right now, this is what I decided to do. So for all of Kevin's POVs and merch cards that I want, I put him here so I can collect them a little bit more freely, just because my second binder is overflowing a little bit too much. So in order to keep my cards safe, I decided to take him out, and it makes it easier to expand him if I wanted to. So there's that. I love this card. He's so pretty. And then these are some generation cards, and these are some pop-up cards. And then I have some extra for whenever I need it. Next, I have my biggest, most expensive binder. This was my first ever collection that I ever collected in general, and that is the boys collection. Let me just move this to the side. I have a lot of cards in this one here. First page is a little weird to show off just because there's stuff I had to hide, But I do have some broadcast cards for Kevin and Jacob. I have his, I believe this is a binder card. I can't remember what this card is, but I think it was an event as well. These two are membership cards, so it says like my personal information on it. And this is a Kevin Polaroid that I bought. And I didn't speak to him or anything, I just bought it. Okay, so in this here collection, I collected 3 members of the boys pretty extensively for a very long time. This is up until Whisper era, but you'll see how like insane it was. So I have the first album here, and then here are their special school looks cards, but it matched the concept, so I just put it here. I have the units for both the first and the second album. And the second album. Oh. This is the ready version, these ones, and then the showcase version. The showcase PCs. So the reason why I don't have this one here is because he's on the back of Jacob. So. And then I had the Sphere album, and then their showcase cards. And then I had In the Air, No Air, Off Air. These are the In Bloom album PCs, and then these two are broadcast cards. And I never found Jacob's broadcast card, so I never bought it. And then for DDD, same, except for the day version, I collected OT12 because I love that version so much of the album, and they're all across New York, so that was fun. And then this is some Japanese store, I can't really remember anymore. I used to be able to name like every single card in this binder. But yeah, these are Tattoo Comeback. Oof, so this is my most expensive page ever. This is MMT cards when they were the only cards available, only if you went to like fan signs. So these are broadcast for DDD. This one here's a fake, but I did end up purchasing the real one, and I'll have him at some point. These also are real, and at the time they were very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. And then the Reveal album is the album that made me start alting them, basically. So this is where I started to get into the boys a whole lot. And then they went on Road to Kingdom, and yo, it was a journey. And then the Stealer came out, and that's all we heard for like a year. Then they were invited to like year-end shows and stuff like that. It was so much fun. They also got to perform on Mama for the first time, and I cried. So yeah. Then this starts POBs, and I collected all their POBs for all 3 members. So, as unsure if you're aware, but Changmin is one of the more expensive members. So it was a little bit difficult, but since Kevin and Jacob are part of the least expensive members, like it helped a lot for this section. And I'll explain. Then I collected, oh yeah, I forgot. I collected the Stealer Hackneon just because I felt I could, because it was easy to. And I also collected Reveal 3 extra members because it was easy to do so. And I really loved this album. So like, I went all out. So yeah, and then I also collected a 9-page of Hackneon because I could, and it was easy to do so. So I did. And the only card, yeah, missing is the Angry Birds Q, and I'm just, at the time, like, people would sell it for, like, crazy prices, like $300, like $100, so I just, like, And then these are just some random POBs that I either received, purchased, or whatever. And then Breaking Dawn, this is the era that made me start collecting in general. So yeah, thank you, Breaking Dawn. And then Thrilling came out with Thrill Ride, and that was so much fun. That was so much fun. So at this point, I had friends. We had a group of like IRL friends on Instagram, and we would split the members. So we got like one person that would collect like full POBs for certain stores with certain members. So we had a group of, I think we were 5 people, and we would all, like, I collected 3 members. There was another girl who collected 3 members. One collected 2 members. One collected 1 member, and another one also collected 1 member, but like a second member sometimes. So we all had like a member that we would collect. So we would get OT sets and divide it amongst ourselves. This was like pre perm claims existed. We just did this amongst ourselves, and we got every single POB, which was great. Also, for the splash version, was it? Like I got everybody OT12 set because I could. And these were gorgeous cards. Sunu and Eric's hairs, immaculate, guys. The lenties, I also got the splash version. And then just random cards that because we got so many POBs, we got so many albums, so we divided it amongst each other, the album PCs. So whatever I liked, I just kept. And I got all the tickets with Sunu and Eric on the back. And then here starts the POB madness. That was Thrill Ride. The only one I didn't get is this one here, because we had joined a go for it, and for some reason I just never got my cards. Like I don't think I even got like a confirmation email or anything like that. I don't know what happened to this. This was crazy, but nothing beats Maverick. Maverick was insane. So these are POBs that are Maverick, but this starts the Mavericks. This starts the Maverick album PCs, and this was exhausting. This was truly something else. So again, I had my group of people that we would buy albums for and stuff like that. So we got like almost all the PCs, which was good. So I collected all the unit cards, had them all, and then PVC cards, I collected them all, and then a few like PCs, 1 or 2 from each member. I love Maverick era. I remember it so vividly. Like, it was so good. It just kept on going. It just kept on going. It was crazy. And then Echo. And then I have top 3, and then I have some random mix of cards, some units from She's the Boss, special card, and a POB from Whisper, I think. Oh, Be Aware. Look, not even, so like. And then She's the Boss. I have all their album PCs, and then this is where I just had a few POBs. We kind of dissolved, like some of the people I was collecting with was no longer collecting anymore, or like whatever, so we kind of just stopped. So we do have some, but I don't have all of them. So there are the album cards, and they had a lot of album cards. This era was ridiculous. And then these are some POBs. These ones too. And this finishes my OT3 binder for the boys. So I put the boys first because it is my biggest downsize as well. This is where I stopped collecting OT3 and I just collected Kevin. So in my second The Boys binder, I have 2 parts. I have album cards from Roar onwards, and then I have the OT3 merch cards. Because remember when I said I was collecting everything for all three of them? Like, I was really collecting like almost everything for all three of them. It was actually insane. So I just collected Kevin for Roar. But then Fantasy Part 1 happened and I collected Kevin, but also Younghoon, because this is what he looked like, and so I had no choice. And then back to just Kevin for Part 2, Part 3. But then for the final Trigger album, I decided to go back and collect OT3 just for this era. We'll see where it takes me. I think I'm also just gonna stick to Kevin again. And I'm gonna have to get, again, a new binder because this one here is full. So I have just some cards for their newest. I haven't even put up my trades or anything yet, so. Some larger inclusions. And then these are the the merch cards. So this is first gen, the B. I have second gen, the B, the Azit cards. This is Dazed, plus their ateeee. I used to have Sunu actually, but I did end up trading for Jacob. This is like my favorite PC in all the set, and I know that even though Kevin did eventually become my alt, Jacob was my alt for a very, very long time before that. And I love his PC, even like compared to everybody else. Like, I feel like this is like a superior PC in the ateeee photo book. I do have the ateeee photo book as well. I love to look through that sometimes, like great pictures, but yeah. And then a Narration Z content that they had, I think it was after or during the Road to Kingdom stuff. So I have these, and then I have the night cards for Q and Jacob. Kevin's does not exist. I found it once in a listing and it sold out, and I've never seen it again. I have some Road to Kingdom merch. Then I have some The Real concert merch sets, missing like 2 cards, but you know, whatever. Some Season's Greetings. Then Season's Greetings pre-order benefits for their fan con. It's not their fan con, for their video chat. And then Tower Records for Breaking Dawn. And then the eco bags from Breaking Dawn. And then La Poticelle. So La Poticelle and the boys go back quite far. So I do have quite a bit of La Poticelle cards. This also included, like, we were in the same group and we would also collect some of the La Poticelle things. So it was really fun, honestly, collecting the boys. I had so much fun because I had people to do it with, you know, and unfortunately, I don't know if anybody of that group still collects at all anymore. So this is their Christmassy music video merch cards, the Lightstick strap and the Lightstick PCs. And then this is the B fan club's third gen. I have them all. And then this is the B Japan the B Japan fan club. And then this is the Be Your Own King merch. And I got the whole box set of all 11 of them. So I have all their cards like this. And then I got their bracelets. Sorry, their keychain and Kevin's bracelet. And I also got Juyeon's keychain because I liked it a lot. It was really pretty. So I do have, again, OT. This is the Road to Kingdom merch. Special cards. This is the B Japan, and then Hang 10 PCs. I believe these are pop-up store PCs, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I have the Star magazine, and I think this was a benefit for that pop-up store thing. Also the store, I got the magazine, so I got all of the members. And then this is the first generation, like, or the B zone or something like that. The B zone, that's what it was. And then this season's greetings, season's greetings, season's greetings, and of course my top 3. I believe that was like a POB set, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, season's greetings. Oh no, that's right. And then they had like an extra POB set that included this with all these cards. And it just fit really nicely like this. And then this is 4th gen. And then these two, I believe, are La Poticelle. And then this is 5th gen? 5th or 6th gen? I'm not even 100% sure, guys. It's, oh, season's greetings. It's not even gen. Oh, it's the B zone. The B zone in US. Yes, I remember that. And then just some random cards that I have no place to put. And they're all a Poticelle except for this one here. Okay, so that's it for the boys collection. It's massive, I know. Okay, and then we have the A5 extra wide binder. This houses my OT6 drippin collection starting from 7 Sins onwards. So everything OT6 will go in here. So I collect full group album cards. So starting with 7 Sins, I have all their album cards, and then I have a POB set, which in this case it's the Fan Lucky Draws. This is Dreamin 3rd Gen cards, both of these sets. And then we have Beautiful Maze here, and then their Ever version, which is the first time they ever did that. And then the POB set for Beautiful Maze. And then Weekend, this is their album PCs. There's another set of album PCs that I do not have yet. The Ever version, and then I have 3 POB sets for the Weekend just because they were like the cutest sets. So that's really it for my OT6 binder. And then we have my original OT7 plus Yunsong drippin binder. So I collected Yunsong for all of the album POBs, starting from Voyager up until Free Pass. And then I started collecting OT7 for the album selfie PCs. I didn't collect OT7 or Yunsong actually for the lenties or the concept cards. So just these 3 sets. And then Zero. With the IDs for Zero. And then the One, which is these are all part of the Villain trilogy. So there's Villain, Zero, and the End. And then they have their Polka version, which is the first and only time they ever did that. So this is their not their QR code, but like their scanning one. The PVC cards, and then the selfies plus the units and the group card. These are their Japanese releases. So I got the So Good, their Japanese debut, and then Happy Ending, their comeback. And their Japanese songs are phenomenal. Like they're so like mood boosting, like good energy vibes and stuff. So good. And then this starts my Yunsong POBs. So it starts from Voyager onwards. Not all of the POBs at this moment, just because they were very expensive. Yunsong is one of the more expensive members. I also got a Polaroid. I bought it actually, and this one is the real one. This one here, I think it's just like a signed one, but. And then this continues Free Pass, and then this starts Villain. This is I used to stan Drippin hard, but I altered them in Villains era. The first one, like, for sure. I saw Yoon with blue hair, and then I saw the music video, and I was entranced. Y'all, it doesn't even make sense how hard I fell for them afterwards. So I got every single PC I could of Yoon after that. So with Zero, we started these as well. And then the end starts here. The end had a lot of POBs actually. I don't even know if I finished them all. And then I do have a unit here. I do have a place for his units, but I just needed one card. So this starts 7 Sins. And this is 7 Sins. 7 Sins also has a lot of POBs actually. And his cards are gorgeous. Like, I love his cards. Then these are the unit POBs that I have for him. Units still. And then this is their special. They had like a special something, and I think it's with their song Shine. So they had like a suitcase type, like Boy Scouts concept. And then I don't remember. I think this was Season's Greetings. And these were Dreamin first gen. I don't even remember actually. You know what? I don't know. So this is Season's Greetings. This is 2nd gen. And then there's like a whole bunch of merch cards that I got. And then back again when ktown used to give a full set of POBs from their Free Pass album. I had bought it, so I received OT7. This is from A Better Tomorrow, I want to say. It is A Better Tomorrow. This is my only unfinished POB set. I'm missing this Alex card, and I don't know if I'll ever find him. But this set was very hard to find because it came like each member was from a separate store. It's very complicated. And this is Free Pass, Villain, Zero, and then this is the end. And then this was Season's Greetings. I used to collect Hyup. So Hyup was my bias before Yoon. Hyup was actually one of my picks in Produce X101. If you want to listen to a good cover, listen to Twit by the Produce X101 boys. It's so good. It's so good. It made me fall in love like instantly. He has such a nice voice. Amazing. So since in Villain it changed to Yoon, I just kept a page of all the cards that I liked from Hyup. And then I also had his Shine thing. POBs, and then I decided we'll get more POBs. So I have other member POBs and merch cards because I love them so much that I had to. He has a Bulbasaur. Are you joking? This was from like they had like a trading pack from, yes, the pop-up store. And then I have 2 Polaroids that I did speak to Alex of Drippin twice, and never forget it. He's such an amazing person. I hope honestly that he's doing whatever he could. I hope he becomes a diplomat. I hope he is living his best life right now. And on Instagram it shows, and like Twitter, he's active on there kind of. So he looks great. He looks like he's living life. I'm so happy for him. So, and then just some larger inclusions of Yoon. Specific. These ones here are just like, you know, I just whatever I wanted. And then Beautiful Maze, and that's it for this binder. And then lastly for Drippin, we have my Yoon binder. And this is going to work the same way you saw the last one work. So it'll be like POB, merch cards, unit cards, stuff like that. So I started with Beautiful Maze because this was when they officially became a 6-member group. It was confirmed only after the release of Seven Sins that Alex had left. So I decided, new era, let's start. It took them so long to release Beautiful Maze. They also considered it a new start for them. So I just agree. So I don't know what's going to happen now because Woolem had 2 groups disbanded recently, Rocket Punch and Golden Child. So I do know that Drippin's album sales were better, but I don't know what's gonna happen. The only performers they have are NB and Drippin. So I don't know. I'm scared for them, guys. I'm worried a lot. So this is all Beautiful Maze POBs. Again, I have like an unlimited wish list. Just every single card that has his face on it. I need it. And then this starts Weekend, and it's very small just because my Go orders for Weekend only came middle December, so I didn't know which cards I already had, so I wasn't able to like go out and purchase some POBs. So now that I have all the goes that I was in, I can go, and I already started. There's some in my Nyokyo package and everything. I'm excited about it. So I have some unit PCs and then merch PCs. I do have a template for it, but again, it's hard to find like cards on Nyokyo for some of their stuff. But yeah, it's my little Yunsung collection. Okay, everybody, this is the biggest collection I have. I have 4 binders for zerobaseone, so we can start with my little A5 binder. So this is what I consider a non-Zanghao PCs that don't have OT9 album sets or merch sets, but have some OT8 sets. So yeah, it's a very difficult album to explain. It's just like other PCs that are not Zanghao. It's kind of, yeah, sure. So I have some merch PCs, some POBs. POBs, the necklace card that I pulled was Matthew's, so I kept him here. For these ones here, I joined a Go for them, like Matthew, Hanbin, and Zanghao, because they were the 3 members I was going to collect. That lasted all of 3 seconds until I decided to collect OT9. Like, let me tell you, it was so fast. So I have some merch cards here. And I know that I have a page in my Zanghao binder for their group cards, but it looks so nice. I'm not changing that. So yeah. Then I have Melting Point, which we start here. These 2 pieces are damaged. The rest were all, I either bought them, claimed them, received them, and I just kept them. I have 2 merch PCs. This one here is Romantic Crown. This one here is the CGV from the KCON Japan. And then here starts You Have Me a Hello. Ooh, guys, I found Gunnock's Zeroni PC, so I do have him on the way at some point. And then this is what I mean, where I have an OT8 spread, and I have the Zanghao in the Zanghao POB binder. So there's going to be this one here, there's going to be this one here. So these are just extra POBs. And then merch card from Colorgram. Cinema Paradise. I Want the Duck POBs is one of the projects I will be continuing with for 2025. Some more POBs, and that's it for now. Then I'm gonna move into my zerobaseone OT9 album collection. This binder is very often shown on my channel, so this is my OT9 album. This has Youth in the Shade. Digipack Youth in the Shade. Melting Point. Lenties. Oops. The digipacks for Melting Point. The digipacks for Melting Point. You Had Me at Hello. The solar version. The lenties. The digipack. The polka album. Polka concept photos from the polka album. Cinema Paradise. Romance version stickers. I'm very off on my circle card game, so it will be again another 2025 project. Digipack cards, but some of them are still not here because of the strike. Then the zeros version, then the units, and then the Nemo version. And Matthew quasi-spoiled that there's a comeback on the horizon, so Korean comeback. There's already a Japanese comeback. We already knew about that one though. So that completes my OT9 album pieces. Then another really popular binder on my channel is my Zanghao binder. So this includes his Japanese cards, plus his POBs and some larger inclusions. So yeah, so these are Japanese cards, Japanese POBs. They're all Tower records actually. Tower records, the unit cards, and the album versions. And then for Ricky and Yuvin, again, because I got the the Tower Records pre-order benefits, I just decided to collect a few cards and call it a day. This is the present album version. I already set up for it, and we're excited. We are so excited. So this starts his POBs. I collect every single POB under the sun that has his face on it. So with that being said, this is Youth in the Shade. I double side them and I white back them. White back because I double side, and double side because Youth in the Shade backs were terrible. And so I wanted to make sure that I wanted to keep it pretty. But I like this, how it looks like this, like it's an 18 pattern spread kind of thing. So I'm okay with that. I also thought of like putting hollows, like sleeves, like hollow hearts or something on these cards, but I think it would be too bulky. So maybe his special cards, I don't know guys. I have some hollow sleeves that I want to use, but I just don't know how to use them. I found his butterfly mixed card. I found his With Mu lucky draw. I just don't have his bubbles music plant lucky draw. This one here is on the way. Same with these. We're still waiting for these. And then here starts his larger inclusions, or his with others, you'll see. So I have his digipack posters back to back, and then my top four, who knows, everybody, I don't know. So I have some larger inclusions. My top two are Halbin, and then afterwards it could be Matthew or Gyuvin or Tere, like it literally anybody after that. So I try to collect like my top two plus either Gyuvin or Matthew, unless it's a 4-pocket, and then I might choose both of them. So yeah, these are how it kind of looks like. Still missing this Hanbin. I I have all of these, which is nice. This is part of the first fan club. So I have them all. I'm also missing this handbin, the one where he's drinking the orange juice. Have all the Cinema Paradise tickets. This is going to be a nightmare, actually. I'm not even looking forward to it at all. Misteen, how's Misteen brand deal. And then just some 2-pocket things that I reserved for Haobin. And then I didn't want to give up Cubans, so either I'm gonna keep it like this or I'm gonna collect Matthew and handbins. And then I have Haobin here and Haobin here. And that's it. And then the last and 21st binder of my collection is my newest Zhang Hao binder, which is his non-merch card, his merch cards, special cards, and some OT9 sets. So for the fan club gens, I have them all. So for like first gen, for their Diacon album magazine thing, I also got the group, so I got them all. And then I also have a Zhang Hao and a Hanbin separate, so I got all of Hao's and all of Hanbin's cards. And then I just have a set of these cards. They're 2024 Season's Greetings. They're second gen. And then here starts all my special cards for Hao. So I have his CGV card. I believe these are Bring Green. And then the first fan club or fan. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. I know. It's crazy. You weren't warm? I know. Yeah. All that. You have so much to say. So I have his CGV card, his Bring Green card, his FanCon cards, fan club cards, his necklace card, his clean PCs, Skolux, Diacon, Season's Greetings, pre-order benefits, Lightstick PC, Plus, Romantic Crown, I'm unsure, Romantic Crown, Sweat Broadcast, Medipil Japan DVD, FanCon Japan DVD, FanCon Japan. There's a lot of cards in this one here, so. I think it was their Shibuya pop-up and then their Timeless World. There's Roni PCs, Ramen PCs, Misteen PCs. Tangle Teaser, I have all of them. They're all on the way. And then his Colorgram PC. I have some units here. Units in general, if they're with Zhang Hao, it's better, but units. And then I have his L'Officiel magazine PCs here too, and then I'm just waiting for the Madame Figaro PCs that'll be coming here. Again, on Ktown it says ready to ship, but I don't know when that ready to ship is gonna be. Okay, so that is my complete collection of 2024. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. 2024 is when I started my channel back in March, and I've met so many new friends and people, and I get excited about my collections again. So if you ever left a comment, if you liked my videos, if you've been a part of this journey silently, thank you so much. I hope if you are new here and you like any of my collections that you'll stay and continue watching them grow. I do have some new projects. I do have a new binder with some collections that I want to add, and that's going to be very exciting. I want to film that. I just want to have a few more things with me first. Thank you so much for watching. I hope we'll stick together in 2025 as well. So have yourself a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.